All right, page 5 of the second semester review. So write the equation of the horizontal line that goes through 3, 2. So if you remember horizontal lines, are y equals something. Y is always equal to something. So in this case, y is equal to 2. So it would be y is equal to 2. Vertical would be the opposite. Vertical lines are always x is equal to something. So in this case, it's not that line, it would be over here. X is equal to negative 5. So to write the equation of the line graph below, y equals mx plus b. B is the y-intercept, so that's 1, 2, 3. And m is the slope. So we have to find two good points that we can see. We can see this one and this one. So it goes up 1, 2, 3, and over 1, 2. So that's up 3 over 2. And with a graph, that's nice and easy. All right. So for this one, equation of the line going through 1, 6, and 2, 11. A couple ways you could do it. One way would just be to graph it. So if we graph this, we have 1, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 2, 11. It's going to go off our graph a little bit, but 2, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. All right. So then we've got our slope, which is up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and over 1. So again, we have y equals up 5 and over 1, which is the same as just 5, right? So y equals 5x. All right, but we don't know exactly where our y-intercept is here, so we're just going to continue the slope. So down 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and over 1. And so it's going to be at 1. So our y equals mx plus b. So this worked out because it came out evenly, okay? So we just graphed it, and we were able to find that our slope was 5, and that our y-intercept, as we continued it, was 1. Okay, so write the equation of a line with a slope of 5 going through 3, 7. All right, this is just a little bit tougher, but not too bad. We could graph this one, but there's a little bit easier way to do this. So if we have a slope of 5, so we have a little table here. We have x equals 3, and our formula so far is 5 times x, because it was a slope of 5, right? Which will be plus or minus something equals y. So if we have 5 times 3, what do we have to do to get to 7? So 5 times 3 is 15. So 15, we have to subtract 8 to get to 7. So our equation would be y equals 5x minus 8. Alright, for number 6, to find the y-intercept, if we have the y-intercept, then on the y-intercept, if you remember, let's look on here, if we have a line, the y-intercept is when x is equal to 0 and y is equal to something else, right? So if we want to find the y-intercept, we just need to find where x is equal to 0. So what you do on this is go 2 times 0 minus 3y equals 6. and then either solve that out or put this in y1. Remember again that calculator doesn't understand y, so you got to put an x. Put this in y2 and go into our table and find out where those are the same, and that would be your solution. So y would be -4. So the y-intercept would be 0, -4. Okay, so on 7, the only real way to do this is to solve for y. Again, we didn't do a huge amount of practice of this, but you should be able to do it. So we're solving for y, so we go -2x, -2x. So we have 6x, 6y equals -2x plus 12. Divide both sides by 6. And we get y equals, simplify this fraction, -1/3 x plus 2. So the slope would be -1/3. And the y-intercept, which it didn't ask us, would be 2. Alright. Couple more on this page. In fact, I may break this page up again. So write the equation of the line parallel to 8x minus 4y equals 12 with a y-intercept of 7. Okay, this is a pretty big problem. So let's see what we can do. Alright, so again, if it's parallel, it's going to have the same slope. And the y-intercept is going to help us later, so it needs the same slope. So we're going to find out what the slope of this line is. So again, we have to solve for y. Remember, these can't be added together, so we're just going to write them. Divide everything by -4. So y equals -8 divided by -4 is 2x. That's -3. So that's our line. So anything with a slope of 2 is going to be parallel. And then we have a y-intercept of 7. Alright, so these, just remember Pythagorean's theorem, a squared plus b squared equals c squared. We actually didn't work on these. If you're in my trailer class, and I haven't recorded this video for later, so don't worry about these right now. If there's anything like that on the exam, I will take them off. Alright, so the last few here on this page, simplify the following. Alright, so if we remember, if we're multiplying with exponents, we add them. If we're dividing with exponents, we subtract them. And if we're taking the power of a power, we multiply them. So this is multiplication, so we add. So this is x to the 3 plus 5 is 8. Alright, these, we multiply the coefficients just the way they are. So -6. And then we add those exponents. So x to the 13. This is the power of a power, so we multiply. So it's x to the 3 times 2 is 6. Alright, so this, we have to take cube everything in here. So this is 2 cubed plus, we multiply these. 3 times 3 is 9. We multiply these. Except we know what 3 cubed is. It's 2 times 2 is 4 times 2 is 8. So it's 8, x to the 9, y to the 6. This is division, so we subtract. So it's x to the 4. And this one, we divide the coefficient. So 20 divided by 5 is 4. And then subtract our exponents. 7 minus 3 is 4.